Hello out there. How are you? I am Ogechi Favor Nwoke-Tugbiyele, the school consultant at Royal Choice Glorious Academy, Jakande, Ojo, Lagos. Okay, so this was supposed to be a physical meeting yesterday, but one or two things came up that was way beyond my control. So that's why I'm doing the video right now. Okay, so for part of our academic performance, I would like to address the fact that the term is actually rounding up. We're already in third term. Students are already writing their exams or about to write their exams. So, as a parent or as a caregiver or as a guardian, I'd like to call your attention to what do you think your children's progress was like with us this session? Would like to get a feedback on that because it will help our processes to improve better. Now, also, I'm going to be looking at assessment. Okay, the assessment results will soon be out, will soon be collated, and it will come out. So, please, what areas look out for the areas that you want your children to improve upon, and please also look out for areas that the children improved so that we'll get that feedback and we'll work on a data around that. Okay, so the learning goals. What are the learning goals you set for your children and targets you set for your children in 2024-2025 academic session? Was it met? All right. Did our teachers meet your child's learning goal? If yes, feel free to tell us. If no, feel free to tell us. We're not here to attack any parent or any teacher. We're just trying to improve our processes because we have a lot of things going on at the background. Yeah, so I'll move to the behavioral and social development. You know, children actually needs to have consistency when it comes to behavior and their social development. You and I knows that no man is an island. Okay, everybody tries to thrive with following by having good collaboration, consistency, and communication with people around them. So I'd like to know what was classroom behavior like. So this question will go to the teachers. So teachers, if you're watching this video, I'd like to get a report on this. Okay, so in social interactions, we want to review the pupils' relationship with their peers and their teachers. Yes, some children don't have good relationship with their peers and teachers. I'm not saying that's what happens at school at Royal Choice Glorious Academy. But in case it does, please help us state it out in the comment section. Okay, so that we'll pick it up from there. All right. As part of behavioral and social development, we cannot skip life skill development. Okay, so it is essential that children of this age, children of primary school, secondary school ages, acquire very relevant life skills such as time management, organizational skills, communication skills, you know, being able to use their hands to, do very creative things. I'll also move to support and resources. For support and resources, I want to know, did you get additional support when you laid one or two complaints to any of your child's teacher? Was there support? Was there follow up? I want to know. Okay, we have to discuss the needs of for additional support, especially for those children that have learning um, learning learning disabilities. Okay, now this is not to spite any parent whose child fall under that category. Now, learning disability does not necessarily mean that the child will be behaving abnormally. Sometimes a child might be good in language and communication skills and not be good in numeracy. So these things vary. Okay, so also looking out for were there areas where your children needed tutoring? Did they get the tutoring right? Okay. In terms of support, homework management, did the homework come as at when due? Did it come with clear instructions? Did your children understand it? Were you the one always wading in to, do the homework for them? I want to know. This is not because we're, like I mentioned, we're not spiting any teacher, we're not spiting any child, we're not spiting any parent. We are trying to work on our organizational structure. So a new organizational structure is coming up in September, which is the beginning of 2025-2026 academic session. So we can't do all of this review or revamp if we don't get the right information. So feel free. Nobody is spiting anybody. We just want a way we can move forward. Okay. So I'm also looking at learning strategies. What learning strategies was employed to teach your children? Okay. Was it project method? Was it discussion method? Was it a kind of peer-to-peer learning where you pair, like, say, two, three children to learn a particular subject? Teachers, I know you already know I'm talking to you in this area. So which of them did you employ? Which of them worked? Which of them did not work? I want to know. Okay, so we want our children to be able to learn effectively. We want our children to be able to learn effectively, to learn kindly, and to learn in the right manner. Because the truth is, if they miss a particular learning stage, it might be very hard to, come back to that stage, and time and energy would have been lost, including resources, which of course is money. All right. So I'm also looking at referrals to specialists. Yes. Our school is not exempted. We are very aware that some children are differently abled. Sorry, I used the word disability the last time because we've started using better terms because of some reviews around research on that area or special education. So we want to know, should you have a child with autism? Should you have a child with Down syndrome? A child with what have you? All right, whatever diagnosis was given by the doctor, would like to know so that we'll know how to meet that child's learning need. Now, a child with autism, for example, might not be calm enough to learn with the other children in the classroom. So it means that child needs a learning interventionist. That means that person comes into school, say, like every day, depending on where the child is on the diagnosis or on the spectrum. Okay, so when that child comes into school, the learning interventionist tries to interpret whatever it is the main teacher is teaching to that child's level until that child is able to meet up or closely meet to whatever it is the mainstream children are doing. Okay, so I would like to know if you have that, if you have children of such magnitude, no problem. Our school is home away from home. We can handle that. All right, so so that we'll know what education professionals, what help you need, and how you want us to come in. So I also look at collaboration and communication. You and I knows that communication and collaboration is the world's latest currency. So if you are deficient in this two, I really don't want to know how far you want to go in life. So I want to see, do you get regular updates from our teachers? Do you get regular updates in terms of homework? Does it come as at when due? When you complain about something, is it attended to? On the management side, when you pay your school fees, for example, are you giving receipt of payments as at when due? All right. So because all these things will help us, we want to know what relationship occurs between the parents and teachers and then pupils, which will also help to communicate the pupils' progress. Okay, the progress of the children is the very most important thing here. We remember what happened in COVID, during COVID-19 period. We found out that the family remains the mainstay of safety for the children. So we're trying to bring and sell a particular narrative to you that we give regular updates in our schools. But should we have fall short of that in the course of the term, please feel free to tell us. Okay. So I'm looking at also parent-teacher collaboration. I'm going to give you an example. I remember there was a child I taught in back then at the mainland, when I was still at the mainland. Rachel's mom was always having issues with homework, and I wouldn't know what the problem was. So I found out that Rachel's mom was very busy with work. Okay, she doesn't have time for that child apart from Saturday mornings. So the yellings and shoutings became too much. So I had to come in, and then the child closes from school and goes straight to the grandmother's house. Okay, grandma is not learned. So what do we do as a school? Should my work be jeopardized because of that? No, I had to wait in. So once it's break time, I try to work with her. Once it's closing time, I try to delay her 20 minutes before going home because her house is just across the road, opposite the school. That was how I was able to teach Rachel in nursery too. And guess what? She used to come out 22nd in the class of 30. That term, she came out 12th. So if that's not progress, I don't know what it is to you. So I want to know, is there good rapport? Is there good rapport between the parents and the teachers? I'm not saying good rapport between parents and teachers does not necessarily mean that that teacher is the best teacher. You are singing the teacher's song and music and all of that. No, when it comes to proper work, is that teacher giving you what you want? When it comes to proper documentation, do you have it? Do you understand? So now I'll move to addressing concerns. Yes, I know a lot of you have some concerns because three terms is long a time for one not to have one or two to say to the teachers that they teach, to the teachers that teach their children. So please bring it up, okay? Feel free. This is a very care driven zone, not carefree. Yeah, so we are very particular about that. Okay, so I would like to end this discussion by saying we have some school policies coming up, not politics. That was a slip. Yeah. So some school policies around no bullying. We're trying to make sure that our school is strictly a no bullying zone. So it means if you have children that are bullies, you might want to, caution them from home before they come to school. Of course, we'll correct them lovingly, but then the words of a parent goes far in the hearts of a child, if you must agree with me. Okay, so want to will bring to the fore what the school policies are around payment of school fees. What is the timeline? For example, in some schools, when they resume in September, it means you're coming and you're showing us your receipt of payment. Okay, you're showing us a receipt of payment at the gate, and that's your entry into the school. While some will say, oh, okay, after 4 weeks of school, kindly pay up your school fees. While some will say, oh, okay, you can pay in bit, but so time is the last time we'll collect it. We want to know what we would like to bring to the fore what our school policies are. So our procedures, there might be slight changes. Of course, change is one constant thing in life. Yeah. So we'll also look at our homework policies. What homework comes home and at what time and in what volume? Is the child able to do the homework by themselves, or the parents and uncles and aunties are always doing for them? We want to know. So I also look at classroom management. Teachers, this is for you. How well have you handled your classroom in 2024-2025 academic session? So this is an assignment for my teachers. So please, in a written form, not less than 100 words, on or before Monday, 14th July 2025, 2 p.m. to be precise. Kindly submit this assignment on how you've been able to teach the children in your classroom, how you've been able to manage your classroom, because I have a discussion with you around that spot. Let's not becloud our parents with that discussion. Thank you. Kindly note Monday, 2 p.m. in words not less than 100. Kindly let me know how you've been able to handle your children. Have you able to handle the classroom, what your classroom management technique has been in the last 9 months, which culminates to 1 year in 2024-2025 academic session. So I also look at the school farm. Yes, we have a school farm now. By the grace of God, we already moved to a new location, not far from the former, and God blessed us with a large mass of land. That's the first of its kind, and we trust God that many more acres will come as the years goes by. Thank you for trusting our brand. We also brought to the fore. We've been shouting technology, technology, technology. God used one of us to bring the Grade X LMS. LMS means the Learning Management System. What does Grade X do? I know a lot of you see your children wear the Grade X ID card to school, and they clock in, they clock out here. We're trying to bring technology to low income and medium income schools, even high income schools. So I can be consulting for you and not bring that goodies your way. So congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. I said the last one item I have here has to do with parental involvement. As parents, you need to be involved in your children's school. Don't leave the bulk of work to us as a school or as teachers or as school leaders. When you tell your child, when you go to school in the morning, make sure you write your note, make sure you listen to your teachers. All right, that what ticks into the heart of a child, because there's a communication line, there's a connection between a child and the parent, and that connection will help the child to listen to you when you speak. Your child should be able to know when you're serious. Your child should be able to know when you're joking. Your child should be able to know when it is time for work. So parents, as much as you want to ask your child how their day went, please don't go ahead and start, putting words into their mouth to say what they are not supposed to say in order to please you. All right. And should you have any discussion or anything to discuss with the teachers, I'll kindly implore you to do that, make that call or make that discussion outside the jurisdiction where your children are. This is because adult talk and children talk are not the same. And don't give your children the room or the opportunity to disrespect their teachers. That's the height. You wouldn't want to disrespect a doctor, will you? Neither will you want to disrespect a politician or an engineer. So the teaching profession is a sacred one. It is first the ministry before is this a profession. So please kindly respect our teachers, kindly respect our school leaders. If you have your suggestions, feel free to bring it out in a kind and respectful manner. All right. What is good for the goose is actually good for the gander. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are simply the best. Thank you for investing in our school. Thank you for the last 12 years. Thank you. Thank you for staying with us. And thank you for allowing your children to enjoy the quality education we dish out. Just trust me on this. We are coming out bigger and better, more transformed. We have a lot on our sleeves. Okay, so it also means that parents, I pray that God provides for you. It means you have to get laptops for your children at home or desktops for them, printers. These are part of things you should get for your children's learning. That is going to help them a lot, because from next session we'll be having a lot of homework coming on online. You don't want to start walking up and down to look for how to do homework in cafes when you can just save up small chunk of money somewhere. All right, until you get a laptop, get a mobile phone for your children. And of course there should be parental technological control. They shouldn't always be on the device all the time. Remember, their eyes is at stake, and remember they need to also use their brains to think and solve some problems. Until I come your way again, I'll see you at the graduation ceremony by God's grace. Yes, by God's grace. Yeah. So thank you very much and have a good day. Thank you. It's from here. The wrap from here. I remain Ogechi Favor Nwoke-Tugbiyele. I am the school consultant. Thank you and bye for now.